Guys of Reddit, what do you find annoying about being a male? Why am I automatically the bug removal service? These deaths are on my hands now. Gay man living with two butch lesbians. I had to escort the spider outside while they squealed and did the "it's a spider" dance. All stereotypes went out the window after that. I smell a sitcom. We could call it Three's Company. I feel you, man. Sometimes I try to gently wrap the bug in a tissue and let it loose on the balcony. But the panicked wife yells at me to kill it and flush it, because if I put it outside it might get back inside the apartment. What the frick? When I sit down on a toilet and my peanuts touches the bowl. Feels like instant STD. I completely freak and think, if I get an STD without the S then I'm going to snap. If you got it without the S, then wouldn't you just snap? Ebola. My nutsack gets in the way when I sit down and sticks to my legs when I stand up. And you have to do that leg jiggle thing, because you don't want to appear to be scratching. Hello brother. There's a female side to this. It's called the leg squish so we don't have to dig in our bag in front of everyone. I know your pain. Worse female version? Sticky side of pantilana or pad grabbing pubic hairs whilst sitting, then ripping the hairs away with no warning. It's a stand and scream event. Being unable to jerk off on campsites and make $300 a day. Drop your price by 50. Maybe even invite another guy over. That'll get the money rolling. You just have to do it exactly the way they would. That is, your target audience is men. There are tons of male performers on Cam 4 that make decent money. You just need to target gay men as your audience. Also being hot helps. I know this is recent, but the fact that guys cannot like children or men helicopter moms automatically think you're trying to butt frick their child. Kids are hilarious and their complete honesty with lots of things is refreshing. Mothers, not all males are trying to butt frick your kids. Calm down. Thank you for the gold. He said he wants to rear your child. Mothers, all males are trying to butt frick your kids. He said it. You should go into politics. Or the media. I work in a deli, and I try not to ignore people or children that may be with the customer I'm helping. I'm also 6 feet 5 inches with a grizzly ass man beard. I offered a girl a piece of cheese once, and she was all excited and adorable, and the father grabbed my wrist and gave me a death glare like a total cock. Like what the frick? It's my job, man. People will judge you based on your unerected peanuts. Yes. Some people will never grasp that there are exactly two types of sausages. The meat sausage and the blood sausage. Speedos. The blood sausage bane. Bathing undies, in case that's an Australian term. Do women know about shrinkage? Do they know about growers versus showers? People assuming that, whenever I'm talking to a woman, socially, I'm only trying to get her into bed. Gold, why thank you smiley face. Flip side of this is I get accused of being a naive idiot retard if I think a guy was talking to me for any other reason. We should have a night out, together, somewhere, and then go our own separate ways. These two are totally gonna bang, but not each other. Like Louis C.K. says, being trapped in a prison of perversion. Mouth. Thank you for the coffee, brain. I'd love to lick your asshole and come on your tits. What the frick, brain? She's an angel. That I want to drown in my cum. Similar to this, just the constant horniness. I'd bang my girlfriend literally 5 times a day every day if she'd let me. 4 years relationship. I agree with Greg Giraldo. I can't wait till I stop getting aroused all the time and can actually use my brain. I can't wear bright colors without looking like a douchebag or a flamboyant gay guy. Let me be fabulous. Damn it. Just do it. Man. For real. I'm sporting a bright pink shirt today. Be fabulous, you beautiful son of a bitch. What? Of course you can. That's what summer and spring are for. Joseph Stalin. That's perfect. That extra drop of urine that gets released the second you put it back in your pants. Oh, and also whenever your fart bubbles get stuck between your balls and your leg. The last drip doesn't leave the tip until you zip. You can shake it. You can squeeze it. You can beat it on the wall. But it must go back into your pants. for that last damn drop to fall. Then you keep checking your pants for the next hour to make sure it isn't leaking though. And it does sometimes. Always having to be the aggressor and dating. That is the thing I envy most with women. If girls acted like guys did in nightclubs, walked up to me, tried to have sex with me or get my number, that would be fan-freaking-tastic. My current girlfriend made the first move. She kissed me and I just stood there with what I imagine a face that resembled Sloth from the Goonies. What I imagine a face that resembled Sloth. You must have one hell of a personality. He wooed her with the classic pickup line. Hey you gooey eyes. Honestly, the social pressure to both be a real man and at the same time not be a typical man. There is so little space in between those concepts that it's frightening. If you don't know how to fight, you're not a real man. If you don't like beer, you're not a real man. If you don't know how to fix a car, if you aren't into sports, or if don't have a big enough cock, you're not a real man. Then there are the taboos. Everything you do that's not manly, you have to defend. Yes, I have a sewing set and I do extensive reconstruction on the clothes I wear. Huh, AF79. Either you were a guy. And yes, they are obviously just teasing, but as a man, you still act with some trepidation in the taboo areas. Do you really like shoe shopping? Do you spend too much time or money buying clothes or a nice perfume? Do you order a strawberry daiquiri even though you also like beer? You know that you shouldn't be afraid to be whoever you want to be, but you always have that second of pause before you decide to say frick it. And the flip side? If you end up just 1 centimeter too far out on the manly side of the spectrum, you're just a typical man. Do you wear the same 3 pairs of pants throughout most of the year, only replacing them as a break? Do you have problems with too charged emotions? Do you go a bit longer between baths than you should? God, he is such a typical guy. Yeah, there's not a lot of wiggle room. Random boners during the worst possible time. Girlfriend crying on your shoulder? Boner. Cat jumps on lap and starts purring? Boner. Almost at work, but hit a bump in the road? Boner. Walking for no reason at all? Boner. Sitting at my desk in high school and randomly called upon to stand up? No time to tuck. Boner. The girlfriend crying boner happens to me almost every time. It actually ends up being a good thing though, because she gets surprised by it and that cheers her up. Your boners cheer up your girlfriend? She sounds like a keeper. What's not to cheer up over? As a girl, I find it adorable, and usually arousing, when my BF's little guy pops up to say hello. Just don't refer to it as little guy to him. Obligatory edit. First time I've been gilded gold, yay. The things you can accomplish by redditing at work. Sex from male point of view. I don't come equals I don't love her anymore. She does not come equals I'm doing something wrong. It's normal. I can't get it up equals what is wrong with me. She can't get aroused equals I'm doing something wrong. Don't feel like having sex equals not attracted to her anymore. She doesn't feel like having sex equals it's perfectly normal to not want sex every day. Shit. Everything's all equal rights this and equal rights that until the fridge needs to be moved or there's a spider. Lifting is a privilege. I get to steal all the gains of the lazy women. Sensible women defend their gains by refusing to give up their lifts. Check your swirl privilege. The man up shit. And dealing with women hints. Pretending to be a mind reader. Dinner last night, the waiter asks us if we'd like an appetizer. I look at the woman I've been in love with for the last 5.5 years, the woman I'm currently engaged to. I ask, did you want anything? She replies, it's up to you. I look at the waiter and say, no thanks. The waiter leaves. She looks over her menu and says, I guess we're not getting any chips. Oh my Christ in heaven. I live this fight. I'm hungry. What do you want? I don't know. I'm not hungry, so I don't care. Pick what you want to eat. I don't know what's around here. I do. Tell me what you want, and I'll tell you the options for that. I don't know. Fine. Let me know when you figure it out, but I'm hungry. Tell me what you want to eat. I don't know. I'm hungry. Woman, do you want me to slay the fatted calf? Do you want rebuck? Pick a variety of food, and I will feed it to you. Jesus Christ, jogging on a swimming pool, why are you so cranky? Stay strong, brother. Jesus Christ, jogging on a swimming pool. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'm gonna use that later. We need a subreddit for creative exasperated exclamations. Thinking I'm gonna rape them. Girls say it's annoying getting looked at like a piece of meat everywhere they go. Imagine getting looked at like a piece of rape. In high school, my mum said if I brought a girl over, we had to stay in the most open areas of the house, because if we went up to my room, I was going to take advantage of her sexually. She says she didn't mean I would rape, but, to me, it basically was saying that I'd at least try. That right there is exactly what is wrong with the whole weird rape situation thing. People treat men like they're just these brainless sex fiends who can't control themselves and will just rape any woman who is alone with them or dress provocatively. Every time the argument of she shouldn't have been wearing it or why was she alone with him happens, it's like saying she should have known that men will rape whatever comes near them. It's insulting to men, and it makes them sound like animals who have no self-control. Rant. I'm just so done with those arguments. They disrespect men and women alike and they're so dumb. Treat your son like he's smart and has self-control, and knows how to treat another human being.